Bible says that a good tree produces good fruit, but a bad tree cannot produce good fruit.
So, God gave us imaginations because we are created in His image. Therefore, we are creative. But what about those things we imagine that may not be so wholesome in our lives?
A good indication might be its origin. Where did it come from? What's its source? Please like, share, and comment on this video. How do you think that wrong ideas are planted into a person that become sexual fantasies?
Well, I think you've got to go right back to the beginning of all things. And in my case, I would have to go back to the Garden of Eden and say the devil planted an idea in Eve's head, and she took it forward, because it was only after the devil planted the idea into Eve's head and she ate the apple, whatever it was, and gave it to her husband, that was the moment that they comprehended that they were naked. Up until that point, they were completely innocent. So the devil plants the seed.
Now, I wonder, it would be interesting to know exactly what the timeline is between the time when Eve was actually tempted and the time that it came to fruition and she did do the first sin. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm thinking of sexual fantasies, and I believe we've all got them. Where did mine come from? I don't think they came from a very good source.
That is the whole point. And if you ask anybody who has had anything to do with any kind of crime, whether it be sexual crime or otherwise, you will find that it often comes from the pages of a magazine.
Yeah, or a film, or something online, something from the mass media. It didn't come from the interior of themselves. It came from the exterior. It was planted from the exterior. So my idea would be to really check out the sources of where your fantasies come from.
So, when something comes from a doubtful source, it's equally doubtful that the results will be good.
First, you've got to identify the source to evaluate it.
Next week, I'm going to ask Larry a difficult question about how men might handle sexual fantasies towards their wives.
Oh dear.
Don't miss it. I think you'll be surprised at his answer.
Pray for me, guys. God bless and thanks you. Thanks. See you next week.